There are three stories that I believe are really good at writing emotional moments: One Piece, Fairy Tail, and Hero Academia. There are obvious tricks like making characters cry or die, but in this video, I will analyze the more interesting strategies that they use to unlock this level of pathos. The first technique is what I'll call an emotional reversal. McKee calls them changing value charges, but mine sounds more intuitive. An emotional reversal is where a scene goes from positive to negative, or vice versa. A lot of the best emotional moments have these switches. For Zoro's promise, Zoro losing and almost dying is negative, but him making his promise is positive. In Sanji's backstory, Zeph hoarding the food is negative. Zeph revealing that he gave all of his food to Sanji is positive. In Sanji's departure, all of the chefs disrespecting Sanji's cooking is negative. The reveal of why they did that is positive. Nami stabbing herself is negative. Luffy stopping her and going to avenge her is positive. When Vivi was giving her speech as the crew was leaving, that was negative because it looked like they didn't hear her. When they showed the X's on their arms, proving they received the message, it was positive. Robin saying she wanted to die was negative. Robin saying she wanted to live after hearing Luffy's speech was positive. The positive moments can have a touch of bittersweetness to them to make the emotions more complex, like Zoro's promise or Sanji's flashback. Now Fairy Tail. Urza's friends try to leave in secret, but Fairy Tail gives them a send-off. Laxus is kicked out of the guild, but the guild members send him off with their signature hand gesture. The Cave Shelter ending is actually the reverse. The day is saved, which is positive, but the Elder reveals that the entire guild was already dead, which is negative. Isana was thought to be dead, but she's really alive. Mystigan was planning to take the fall in Edalis, but Natsu takes it instead, before leaving forever. Xyz were believed to have been sent to Earth to kill Dragon Slayers, but they were actually sent to Earth to be protected from the kingdom's destruction. Finally, MHA. Initially, All Might and several others tell Deku that he can't be a hero, but All Might changes his mind and tells him that he can. At the end of Deku's exam, he's given the bad news first, that he got 0 points, but then Uraraka asks to give him her points, and he gains points for saving her, allowing him to enter UA. When Deku initially returns to UA, all the civilians are protesting his return. Then Uraraka gives a moving speech that gets everyone to accept him. An emotional reversal with a bit of bittersweetness is a powerful tool for creating emotional moments. The next trick is one that I recently noticed. These stories tend to make events out of their emotional moments. They don't just have the characters sitting around talking to each other. They have unique, dramatic, and memorable events that surround the scene to increase its impact. Zoro's moment is technically surrounded by a fight. I honestly think Oda created that fight just to give him that scene, because it's so detached from the rest of the arc. The cooks all tasting Sanji's food and throwing it away to piss him off is an event. Vifi's national speech, followed by the fist pump, is an event. There are even extra reasons why they couldn't speak and had to use the secret signal. Ursa sending off her friends is an event, so is Laxus' send-off. Natsu taking the fall is an event. Deku getting his entrance results is an event. Deku returning to UA is an event. Sometimes, if it isn't that unique of an event, the story at least creates an entire scene just for the reversal. Nami stabbing her arm, Robin's I Want to Live, the Exceed twist, All Might's You Can Be a Hero. By wrapping the reversal in an event, or a scene made just for it, the reversals are burned into our brains, and the emotions are amplified. In conclusion, you can create powerful emotional moments by using emotional reversals, including bittersweetness, and making an event or scene out of the moment. Additionally, having a callback where a character quotes someone else is another powerful trick. MHA does that quite a few times in the final third.